Hi, so in this session we are going to discuss the problem rat in a maze. Okay, so that's a quite interesting problem and very important for interviews. So what's the problem? Let's say you are given a n cross n maze, okay, and this is like this. There are ones and zeros present in the maze. So the maze can be like this: 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1. Okay, so our question can be backtracking has different variations. So let's say print all paths. Print all paths, and for any cell you can move either in right, down, left and up. These are the 4 directions you can move. This is the starting point, this is the ending point. You need to print all the paths possible, which from where you can start from here and reach out to here, and these are the possible directions you have. Okay, so I think one path can be this. 0 is a blocking point, you cannot move through 0, so that means this cannot be the path. Okay, I think this can be one path. Another path can be this. Oh sorry, this is 0, this will not be there. This can be the simple path there. Again the path can be this. These are the different paths. Okay, so you need to print all the paths possible. Okay, so one thing I think is here is that for printing all the paths, how will you print? Let's say you want to print this. So how will you print the path? This should be printed like this: 1 1 1 0. The rest of them which are not included in the path should be 1. Oh sorry, it should be 0. This is 0 0 0. This is 1. This is 0 0 0 1. So you have come from here and here. Okay, so this is the path. Let's say you follow this path. So in this path you have to print like this: 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Rest of them will be 0. This is how you will print all the paths. Okay, this is what we need to do. Now I think from every direction what you can take is, let's explore all the paths from right here, let's explore all the paths from down here, let's explore all the paths from left here, let's explore all the paths from up here. This is what we call, for printing all the paths from here to here, I need to call, let me call on this and it will print the further path. Let me call on this, it will print the further path. Let me call above, let me call left, print all the paths. I need to stop somewhere. So one way is I need to stop here. If I have stopped here, I will print the path. This is what? n minus 1 comma n minus 1 point. If I have reached a point where your row is also n minus 1 and your column is also n minus 1, actually index is n minus 1 and n minus 1, then that means you can print the path. If your this point, let's say you move upwards from here, this row becomes less than 0, or let's say you are representing a point by x comma y, your x becomes less than 0. Here when you reach to left, here your y becomes less than 0. Here when you will call it right from here to here, here your y becomes greater than or equal to n. Okay, from here when you call down, so x becomes greater than or equal to n. You cannot do anything here, so you need to stop these 4 points. Okay, you need to stop at these 4 points, you cannot do anything, you will just return. Another blocking point can be wherever 0 is present. Let's say you move on from here to here, you have come here, now here it is 0, you cannot move on further, so you will just return. This is again a blocking point. So I think right now we have 5 blocking points: x less than 0, y less than 0, x greater than or equal to n, y greater than or equal to n, and wherever in your original maze 0 is present. Okay, and for printing all the solutions, I need to maintain a solution matrix with me, which will maintain all the solutions. Okay, so let's write a few code for this. Okay, so that we have a better understanding. It is not a completely solution, we have missed few cases, we will consider them one by one. Okay, so let's try to write some code so that we have better clarity after that. So I have taken input of the maze here, that has already been done. Our main task is to print all the paths in this maze. You will given an input, n is the size of the maze. You have given an input, let's say you have 3 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1, something like this you have given. You need to print all the paths in this maze. Okay, for 4 it can be 1 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1. Print all the paths in this maze starting from this point to reach this point. Okay, so our main task is to implement this print path function. Okay, so let's try to quickly implement it. Print path. This is our maze which is coming up. We know how many is the maze size, like this. You can calculate this. This is our n. Okay, Now, as we have discussed, for printing all the paths, we need to maintain a solution matrix with us. Okay, that will not be provided by print path. We will maintain our own solution matrix, and I think its size will be the size of the maze. Okay, that will be same. And initially, I have not included anything, so I will say my solution matrix initially looks like this. I have not included anyone in the path. Anyone in the path is not included. I will include by initializing it by 1. Initializing it by 1. Whoever is included will be, the value will be 0. Value will be 1. Okay. So now I need to print the solution matrix. So I will maintain a solution matrix. Initially its value will be 0. So I know these are the number of rows. Okay. Oh, sorry. For I in range of n, I need to create a list with all values as 0 for j. Something like this. This is list comprehension. I have initialized my solution matrix with 0. It is of n cross n size. Our main task is to implement print path helper function. I will pass x comma y. Initially it will be 0 comma 0. I will pass the maze. I will pass n. This is the size of the maze, and I will pass the solution matrix with it to print all the solutions. Okay. Now our main task is to implement print path helper function. This is my x comma y point. This is my maze. This is my n, and this is my solution matrix, like this. One thing we have already discussed is, if I have reached the last point, that means the point where x becomes equal to n minus 1 and my y also becomes equal to n minus 1, what I will do is, I will just print the solution and I am done. Okay, I don't need to do anything. One thing is there, I need to initialize the solution matrix at that point with 1. Okay, so if I have reached here, that means I need to initialize this point by 1. Okay, that we need to remember, that whenever you reach that point, that should be 1. Solution at x, y should become equal to 1 at that point, and you will just return. Okay, this is the point where you need to stop. There will be another base case where we cannot do anything, we will just return. Okay, those are the blocking points. I think the blocking point which we already discussed is if x becomes less than 0, or y becomes less than 0, or x greater than equal to n, or y greater than equal to n, or you can say that my maze at original matrix maze at xy 0 is present. Okay, I think there will be another one blocking point. Let's see what it will be. Okay, so when you will say from here, you will say I need to go to right. Okay, so in the solution matrix, I think you will initialize this value by 1. You will go to right, you will come here. Okay, now you will say, hey, I will explore right, down, up and left, etc. These are the blocking points. You will come back. Now let's say you will say this with 1. This will be here. You will be calling left again. So this will call this again. This will be a repetitive step. It has called this, it is calling this. It has called this, it is calling this. You need to stop somewhere. This is a repetitive call. You can save it. You can avoid it. You don't need to do anything, because 1 1 is calling again and again. So for this you can just return. That you are not doing anything, you will not do anything. If 1 is written here, 1 is written here, this is called upward, this is a blocking point. This is called down, you will do something, you will do something. But if it called left again, that is also a blocking point, because here 1 is already been included. So this becomes a blocking point for you, because you cannot do anything now. So the blocking point here is when these are the 5 points, and if your solution matrix at that point, is equal to 1, that means this is again a blocking point, because this has already been included. You just need to return from here. You can't do anything, you will just return from here. Okay, these are the 6 blocking points which you need to remember. Okay, if you have remembered this, now you are not at a blocking point. That means you need to explore all the paths. You have overcome these, all the 6 blocking points. You have overcome these. That means you can include yourself in the path. That means you can do solution at xy equal to 1. Now you need to explore all in all the 4 directions. And how will you explore all the 4 directions? I think you will change these values. For going into the next row, you will do x plus 1. For going in the next column, you will go y plus 1. For going in the previous row, that means you are moving upwards. If you're moving down, that means x plus 1 comma y. If you're moving right, that means x comma y plus 1 because your column is increased. If you're moving left, that means x comma y minus 1. If you're moving upwards, that means x minus 1 comma y. Okay, so you need to explore in all the 4 directions. You will say, I am calling this print path helper. I will explore, let's say, downward direction. Maze and solution. You have initialized your value with a solution matrix. That means you have included yourself in the path, and now you are exploring all the 4 directions. Okay, like this, like this, like this. Here x plus 1 comma y. Here x comma y plus 1. Here x minus 1 comma y. Here x comma y minus 1. Rest of the things are same. You will return from here, but one important step is remaining here. The important step remaining here is solution of x at x, y should be equal to 0 after exploring all the paths. Why? Because if you have a matrix like this, let's say this. So if we explore here, you will move towards right. So one path I think is here is this. So you will print like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 here. Now you explored all the paths possible from here. Okay, you have explored all the paths. Let's say from here as well, you have explored all the paths. Now you will come back. Your solution matrix for this, for moving down direction, should be one path is here. One path can be here is 1 1 1. So here it is 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. This path is there, but another this path is also there. This down, this right, this up, and like this. This is a different path. This is altogether a different path. That means after coming back from this, this needs to be explored again. This needs to be made 0. Why? Because you have explored all the paths. That after this, I have initialized this. That means you have explored all the paths by these values. Now you are exploring all the paths by initializing first these values. So that means this should move this. That means this should be 0 at that time. When this value is initialized, you are exploring downwards path. That means this value should be there, because if you have not explored, if you are going towards right, you have made it 1, you have made it 1 1 1. After coming back, these all should have become 0. Because now from here you are moving towards down. That means you are exploring all the downwards path. This may be 1 or this may be 0, that will depend on the condition. It will explore accordingly. But the point is, when you come back after exploring all the paths from the right, when you come back, this should be made 0, because after that you are exploring towards all the downwards path. Okay, that you should need to remember. So after exploring all the paths, when you are going back, that means when you are going back, when you are backtracking, you should make yourself 0. Because in the previous call, it may be possible that it needs to explore in the different direction, for which I am not included. Okay, I may be included in the future, but it will depend on the call. Okay, right now when I am coming backwards, so I should make myself 0. Okay, if I have done that, I think this is completed now. Solution of xy equal to 0, return, print solution. At the ending step, you are not making, after printing the solution, here also you can say that when I go backwards from the last point, I can make solution of xy to be 0. But I think it's not required, because it is necessary that the last point, the value should be 1. Okay, so you can say that whenever the solution matrix has become 1 there, that should be there. Okay, so no point necessary, that condition. Rest of them is fine. I think we are ready to print all the solutions now. Let's say we have 4 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1. We have these 4 paths. Your original matrix like 1 1 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 1 0 1 and 1 1 1 1. So the first path which is coming is this 1 1 1 1 1 1. Now here it is coming is 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. If you see this, this is like this. This is like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 and after that 1 1. This is another different path. This is what 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. These are the 4 different paths, and I think these all are the possible paths reaching from starting from here to reaching here. Okay, so we have printed all the paths, you can return all the paths, you can check the path, all those problems can be solved. But this is the concept of backtracking, that you need to explore all the solutions here and make sure that you are understanding your calls carefully. Okay, you need to stop for some conditions, these are the blocking points, and you need to have a condition where you need to ultimately stop, where you need to print all the solutions. So this is the concept of backtracking. We have explored all the solutions. It's a good problem to solve. It can be asked in interviews because there are edge cases involved in this question. Make sure you understand all of them and then move on further. Okay, great. Thank you.